videos. Want to hear a story?
Okay, start.
Once upon a time, there was a can of poops. There was a can of worms. Once upon a time, there was a can of worms.
Yeah.
Princess eats them all the time. Princess' favorite snack is pig worms. So we've been on this freeway so many times, have we?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been on this freeway. This freeway first opened in 1989.
1999. This is the first freeway.
89. No, it wasn't the first.
89.
They started building this in the 70s.
Jeez.
And they stopped because they wanted to go through some cities.
Okay.
And the city said no. And it was bad planning on their part because when they planned the freeway, they thought everyone was going to say yes.
Yeah.
So we went to court, and they must have fought for like 12, 13 years.
Wow.
Because this area here, this is all houses up down here.
Yeah.
And,
Why they had to tear all the houses down?
They tore houses down and moved in here, and then they did a few things, but eventually they got the permits to pick up construction again, I think in 1984.
Uh-huh.
And then they built
I didn't know that. I didn't know those. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not super old. I mean, of all the freeways around, this is definitely the newest.
You know, this has got to be one of my favorite freeways I've been on my entire life.
Like 696?
Yeah, do you remember that every time I go to my mom's house for 2 weeks when I was a baby, you know, I always go on this freeway and stuff like that. And it's just pretty nice and pretty good and stuff like that. Yeah.
There are times we used to take I-96 to 275 to this freeway when I was in Detroit and you were spending time with me there.
Yeah, yeah.
But we've taken this mostly.
Yeah, I was like, did I ever spend Jerry's house for 2 weeks to 2 weeks, like my mom? Or just sometimes I just spend time mostly with you the weekends?
I don't know if you spent 2 weeks with Jerry.
Uh-huh.
You spent some time, maybe 3 or 4 days.
Uh-huh.
When I went on trips, they used to watch you.
Oh yeah, what kind of trips did you go to?
For Andy, just going down to Florida or going down to, Florida and working on stuff for him. Here you go. I was there for 10 days back in 2011. So
Oh yeah.
About 2 weeks you were with me in the pub before.
Yeah.
And they took you to school. They picked you up.
Yeah.
Andy wanted me there for a month. And they paid for the hotel.
Yeah.
But they didn't pay me gas money or they didn't give me food allowance. So that all came out of my pocket.
Oh jeez,
And
dude, I'm sorry.
If I would have done it again, I would have asked for both. So I would because I got to drive to their office and back. I want a
But
stipend.
this was, I'm sorry, yeah.
I want a stipend for gas and I want a stipend for food. Those are like allowances.
So when this freeway was actually built, 1989, or these type of, what are those things called? Not the bridge.
Jeez. Viaduct?
This one?
Yeah, that's a
Viaduct?
Yes, underpass, overpass. There's actually a park on top of that. There was a park there, and one of the agreements the construction company had to do was that they were gonna, when they built that bridge, they were gonna put another park on top of it. So there's a park on top of that bridge.
I wish people survive forever. That would be a good experience.
Yeah.
What would you?
The world would have been overloaded with people by now if nobody died.
Yeah,
Now the Earth's got about 8 billion people on it.
yeah,
If nobody died, God, we'd probably be 100 billion people, and there would just be no room for anybody.
yeah. And one day you get reborn in a different body. That's what I believe.
That's called reincarnation,
Yeah,
and people in India, Hindus, believe that.
I believe it.
You come back as another person, or not even another person. You come back as a tree, or a squirrel, or a fly, or...
Oh, this big wall, heavy thing.
It would be animate. You come back as something that's
This
living.
isn't live. It just can't talk and can't see.
Yeah.
Don't you ever think about this thing? There's like thousands of people standing right there.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
How's be looking at us? Maybe that's where bad people go. They become a wall, and all they do all day is stare at traffic.
That'd be good. And sometimes people will be like, big vehicles, it'll be probably be buildings and stuff like that. That's what I believe. I mean, it can't be just plastic. Even toys, I think, is alive. Yeah. Did you ever think about that?
Well, I mean, if reincarnation's a thing, That means
You should. And there's so many people like Ropeoing.
Well, that would mean you've already lived past lives before.
Yeah. You just don't remember.
Remember them, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe I was Adam, and I have a wife named Eve.
Oh, that long ago?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people scream that they're Adam too. So. But yeah, if there's past lives, you've already lived some. I've already lived some.
Yeah. I like to tell us about some memories we used to have. Back to 2006 and 2016. Or do you remember what memories we used to have before we didn't talk about before?
Memories in 16?
Before 2016, like up to 2006. Before.
Were you talking about the red apartment? I mean, we had some memories in the orange house.
You want to tell me about that?
Brown house. You call it brown house or orange house?
We have both houses, remember?
Yeah, the orange house.
Tell me some of them.
I mean, we had some fun. We watched TV a lot.
Yeah.
Let's cook a lot of dinners for you. Started making you steak when you were there. You love steak.
Of course. I still like steak.
Yeah, it's good. That's the first place I got my big screen TV. My first flat screen.
Yeah, I remember your TV got stolen, but it didn't get stolen.
Yeah, that was the delivery person delivered the wrong address.
Yeah.
If you want one of my glasses, play sunglasses to help your eyes, you can.
No, I'm okay.
Okay, still
So, tell me about some memories you remember.
I remember you used to play in the little downstairs room.
Yeah.
And the water would come in. Remember that from the rain?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because the ground was lower than the outside. They came in. Remember that?
What's my bedroom upstairs? It was just an orange floor. Wooden floor.
Yeah, you had a bunk bed. You had toy boxes. I think you had toy box.
Toy box mode, yeah. What memories do you remember I have? Tell me all of them you remember the orange one.
I remember the ones you had there. I mean, I remember a few.
Tell me.
I remember when the new TV came in. It was the night that Obama was sworn in as president. So it would have been January 20, 2008.
Gotcha.
That's the night that Obama was sworn in. I remember also there was a plane crash. I had trouble sleeping in that house. I had the front bedroom, and I just didn't sleep well. That whole time, that whole 8-year period was difficult, but
I'm sorry to hear that.
it's okay. You did some things outside. You had the swing set.
I remember that.
And I think because I was working full-time, I think you spent more time with nannies a lot than me.
I remember.
I mean, by the time I got home, cooked dinner. I don't know, did they cook for you? I don't remember if they did or didn't.
They probably didn't.
I come home, cook dinner, and we'd eat in front of the TV.
We always do that.
Well, we ate at the counter. Remember I had a tall counter with high top and chairs?
Yep.
We ate that too. We all pretty much eaten by the TV.
Yeah, because we like TVs.
Now, the only time that we didn't is when we lived in the George Birmingham house, the big one.
We watched TV all the time.
Well, we did, but we had a kitchen table to sit at.
We still watch
the
TV.
Yeah, the TV would be on, but we sat at a table and chairs.
Yeah, we still watch
instead
TV.
of eating on our laps.
Yeah.
So we did that. I remember so much from way back then. I do remember working till all hours. I remember there were some times that Ann and Papa would have to bring you to work so I could take you.
How do I like your job?
I don't think you had any opinion either way. You weren't there that often. I mean, they were there maybe, took you to work maybe 3 times. Remember you came to work one time and I was there and they gave you a laptop to play games on?
Yep.
Ned, my boss at the time, got you a laptop while you hooked up with games.
Yep.
And you came to work with me for about half the day. And you were great. You just had to play games and people come say hi to you. You didn't bother anybody.
Yeah, I remember that.
You would play on the laptops. That's one of the things I remember. I remember being in and out of the hospital because they were just starting to figure out what was wrong with my heart.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
They didn't want to do anything about it then, I guess. I wasn't ready to have surgery. But I got to that point. Sometimes I wish I didn't have the heart surgery. I wish it would have just gone on for a while and see if it was going to be, kill me or not. I don't know. But that surgery was a painful thing to ever
bad memories you remember the Orange House?
I don't know. We used to, I think we walked up to the pizza place a few times.
Yeah?
Remember that? We walked up in the wintertime.
God. You mean the pizza place was on fire?
Yeah, the one on the corner.
No, you spilled my lemonade?
Yeah.
Sure, God. Yeah, I remember that. It was near our house. Like, it was... Yeah. I remember that.
They had pretty good pizza. It wasn't terrible. And we'd walk there.
Stuff like I spilled my lemonade.
I think we had good times. You were always sort of independent with playing.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't one of these kids that, Daddy, come do this, and Daddy, come do that. We would do things, but most times you were just happy. You played by yourself,
Yeah, I remember that. How about the Brown House? You getting married with that Brown
It was
House?
awful. The whole time we were there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to move into it. We had just moved out of the Orange House. It was really nice
Uh-huh.
because the rent was too high. It was like $1,200 a month, and then I got laid off from work. And Anna said the Brown House. I think it's because they were going to pay part of the rent.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't making a lot working for Andy at the time.
I'm sorry,
Everything
man.
slowed down. So it picked up again in like 20. Actually, I wasn't working for Andy much at all then. I hadn't started working for him until 2010. I knew him for a bunch of years, but it's the first time I started working on that stuff. What else? Yeah, the Brown House. We went out to eat a lot. So I didn't like cooking there. So I think we ate a lot of Taco Bell. We used to go to that Taco Bell on Southfield Road where your friend worked at. Remember that?
Brad, yep.
And that was our Taco Bell for quite a while.
I kind of miss him. Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, Taco Bell for quite a while.
He's probably my biggest fan.
Yeah. And then, yeah, the Brown House was just awful.
Yeah.
And that's right about the time that we ended up moving to the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty nice. That was a nice apartment.
Yeah.
You stick stickers all over the refrigerator and they couldn't come off.
Oh, I remember
the
that.
landlord screamed at me about it.
I remember that part.
Yeah. We had good times there. We had some sad times. Like I said, from 2000.
Yeah, that was kind of my fault.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, was it?
From 2009 onward was hard times for me.
Mm-hmm.
You were going to school. You were doing great. You had some friends.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have any homework. I mean, the special ed program never assigned homework. So you came out and kind of did your thing. You were big into coloring. And you were really doing a lot of drawing. You went on a big paper from Papa.
Yeah.
He got you big sheets of paper, and you used to go crazy with the crayons.
Like
drawing.
Bruce Will?
Yeah. Well, you drew Boozley before, but you did a lot of artwork. You were very creative.
Well, I'm glad I have an opportunity to do that part.
Yeah. I remember that. Like I said, in the morning before school, I remember playing the iCarly game.
I do that a lot.
Yeah, every morning. We did it for a little bit before I would take you to the end of the complex to meet the bus. Yeah, just all the traffic congestion around here anyway. And it's so comfortable, buddy.
See any cops?
Nope. And never puts hers on after, notice I always have to tell her to.
Yeah.
I can't like breathing.
I do.
Belt doesn't affect your breathing.
I do not believe.
Anyway, and I remember we
Yeah. So not you.
we went sledding.
Oh my God. You remember my big accident?
Yeah, and we got sledding a couple times before that. You liked it. But
Yeah.
the big accident was the last time we went.
Jeez.
Because it wasn't really snow, it was ice.
Yeah, I remember.
So fast I'd go on it.
Oh wait, you
Now,
under
we sat
me?
together, you were sitting on my lap,
Oh, I know.
turned sideways, we went over, I'm like, oh my God. You were like under me,
I was crying.
dragging the girl. I don't think you cried.
I was in a lot of pain.
I mean, you didn't cry easy for things like that. You were like, oh my God, and I was like, oh my God. We were both, oh my God. You kind of like, am I okay? Am I okay? And you had a scrape right here. Lucky that's all that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, that's it for today. It wasn't soft snow, it was ice. Shouldn't have gone sledding on that. And then we should have had a better sled. I think we had this like plastic thing. I mean, there's better sledding. I wouldn't do it anymore in the city. There are places you can go out in the country, the real sledding hills with real sleds. That's fun.